Well, the day is today. Arsenal is hosting Manchester United at the Emirates. By the time I started to support Manchester United, this was then the biggest English game of football. But for the previous 2-3 seasons, it has always been Liverpool and Manchester City. This time round, it is Manchester United and Arsenal. When these two get back to their grip and get back to their positions, I believe City and Liverpool, Chelsea, have nothing to say about this game of football. Not so? Welcome to this channel. How are you guys? And where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Brock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. It's always nice to have you into this channel, and we are here to really let you know about this beautiful game of football of Arsenal versus Manchester United. Coming a little bit high, coming a little bit early before even the team news is out, because there are lots of things to dissect and I want to leave this channel as far as the team news is concerned. Remember, I have another channel known as United Matters channel. So I said, how can I really serve these two? Because I have to go ahead and really address these people here with the match build up, and I have also to address the the viewers of United Matters channel. So I made a decision that what I'm going to do is simple. Rokani, come 30 minutes before the game of football, then bring in United Matters channel later when the team news is out. But today it's really nice to have you onto this channel, and obviously you guys are really great and really having you in the Arsenal comes into this game of football after winning almost every game that they've been played at home. They've never lost at Emirates in the Premier League. They've beaten every team that has really come to the Emirates in the Premier League. They've only lost one game this season at Emirates, and they are playing in the Carabao Cup, and they had almost rested every player that is influential into this Arsenal side. So as things stand, Arsenal are really into this. They are favorites to win this game of football. As I always told you, I put up my combined 11. People have really taken a gut to me that I'm biased or what, but obviously I'm telling you the truth and what I think about these players. But you're also entitled to your own opinion as far as you are really concerned. So today is really another big day in London. If Arsenal wins this game of football, they are 5 points ahead of Man City, because City is winning against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I'll tap into that later. When they beat Manchester United, they will be 11 points ahead of Manchester United, yet with a game in hand. So it shows you that Arsenal has a lot of statements to make today in this game of football as far as things are really standing here onto the Rokani Media Football. So as things stand, we've gotten a little bit of Sky Sports update coming in here live. Sky Sports have really told us the following as far as the early team news of Arsenal is concerned. They've told us the following about the Arsenal team: that Trossard could make his debut, having trained with his teammates on Friday and Saturday following his move from Brighton. That's it. Jesus is still out with any injury, and Reece Nelson's thigh issues keep him sidelined, but El Nini could return to the squad after a minor knock. So the confirmed team news is that Trossard is into the match squad of Arsenal. That's it. So let me show you him as he really arrived at the stadium of the Emirates, and it's really a honor to see to it that you are signed here, and obviously you see yourself into this match squad or the match day squad of Arsenal. That is a man known as Trossard arriving at Emirates ahead of the game of Arsenal versus a side called Manchester United. That is Trossard for you. Arsenal have signed him, and obviously he is into the match squad. You never know whether he's going to start. For that I doubt, but I'm 100% sure he will have a part to play into this game of football of Arsenal versus Manchester United, depending on the game situation, whether they'll be needing another threatening force across the front three or not. That will be the basis of this game of football either for you. As we talk about Trossard and the other team news about other players available or not available, breaking news: Man City have gone ahead to score a second goal in the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers, meaning that they have closed Arsenal to how many points ahead of them? Arsenal is now 2 points ahead of Man City as we speak right now. That piles a lot of pressure onto the players of Arsenal as they jet into the game of football of Manchester United, because the moment they lose to Manchester United, 2 points behind City. Though City would have played a game more than them, they would have gone ahead to really close down a little bit with 3 points less. So it shows you that Arsenal has everything to fight for and United have everything to fight for. What makes this game for United a very huge game for them? And if at all they are to get a result, they have to go out and really jubilate about it. It's simple. United has to not lose this game of football. When they lose this game of football, they are going to be out of sight of Arsenal, because Arsenal would have placed itself in a better position of 11 points ahead of United, meaning that United, if at all they draw, that helps them because they'll be 8 points behind Arsenal, and Arsenal has to play City in both games. Looks like City is really trying to reach its top form of the season. As you see right now, they won against Tottenham Hotspur in a way that everyone really thought about. The game was done in the first half, but in the second half, City came in through and really addressed its issues, and they beat thoroughly a side known as Tottenham Hotspur. So that was it. And this time round, after losing to Manchester United, they made a very good return via Tottenham Hotspur 4-2. This time around, they are beating Wolverhampton Wanderers by 2-0. How many minutes played? 52 minutes played right about now, and that's what is happening at the Etihad. So that means Arsenal needs to go all out and do the needful to really find themselves into the winning ways of a team called Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. Now, after that, for Manchester United, there is some news that we've gotten. Obviously, they need to flash onto your screen and you'll read it by yourself. Sky Sports is telling us that Casemiro serves a 1-match ban for Manchester United. That's known to everyone that has been really following up events, because in the game of Crystal Palace, Casemiro found himself on a 5th yellow card, meaning that if you play 19 games and you attain 5 yellow cards, you miss one. If you surpass 19 games without getting a 5th yellow card, they extend it to 10. If I told you raise to 10 yellow cards in a season, then you miss out a single game. Then we've been told that Anton Martial and Diego Dallo need assessing before the game in North London Derby, where Jadon Sancho is unlikely to feature despite returning to the team training. So it looks like Martial might be with the team. I thought he was out, and I thought it was very close to lead the line. Martial is with the team, maybe even Diego Dallo is with the team, and Sky Sports is telling us that assessment needs to be carried on these two players, meaning that they've been scoring. Oh my God! Breaking news: Haaland has bagged in a third one, a hat-trick for him, taking him to 26 goals this season in the Premier League. Haaland has banged in another one. So I'm trying to give you the updates coming in from Etihad because they are really important. If a side called Arsenal, if I told you support Arsenal, you know why we should come out and really get you this news, because you need to be knowing what Man City is doing. Man City's win puts Arsenal only 2 points ahead of them. You get? Because City has gone ahead to play 2 games more than Arsenal. Arsenal playing against Manchester United, that will be another one to look at after the end of the game. So to it that things go all out in a way that are really in. And I think Mahrez is really a very good player again into the making of this one again. Mahrez having scored 2 goals against Tottenham Hotspur in the midweek, and obviously created one. He has come here and really created another goal. It shows you that he's on fire. And this is what I talked about, that when you look at Arsenal, the only benefit they've been having over other teams is simple. Arsenal's entire 11 is on fire. Ramsdale is on fire. Ben White is on fire. Zinchenko is on fire. Saliba is on fire. Gabriel Magalhaes is on fire. Partey is on fire. Odegaard, the best player in the league, is on fire. Xhaka is on fire. Martinelli is on fire. Nketiah is on fire, and Saka. When you look at other teams they are really competing with, look at a team like Man City. Most of their players are not yet really lightened up. You get? So when we look at the team right now at Man City, it looks like the team is trying to take shape and obviously get back into full power. And we want to see, how can Arsenal play against Man City in 2 games when a team called City is in full power and Arsenal is in full power? That's what we want. The first game that United played against Arsenal at Emirates, you know that very well. United was just recovering from the 2 defeats of the season. They had gone ahead to win against Liverpool, Southampton, and Leicester City. That's when Arsenal came at Old Trafford. We had won 3 games in a row, and we obviously beat them, but Arsenal had not yet lost any game by the time they came up to play against Manchester United. They had played 5 games, and they had won all those 5 games. And we are the only team that has beaten Arsenal this season. And Arsenal, from the word go, ever since the season started, all their players have been at full wavelength on their form. And no player has dipped in form at Arsenal. And you saw to it that when they played very many games, playing in the UEFA Europa League on Thursday and over the weekend, that's when they started to lose points. Like the game against Leeds, you saw to it that almost Arsenal lost it, but they had scored that 1 goal. The game against Southampton, they drew 1-1 because they had started to play very many games in the midweek. So it shows you how good Arsenal are. They're at full strength, that's it. So looks like City is also getting into full strength. United is nearing there. Newcastle, for them, they even drew yesterday. They're not scoring goals. In the previous 4 games, they've gone ahead to score just 1 goal. It shows you how ugly they are getting up front. They're having Isak back, Maxman is back. Miguel Almiron, the man who had been scoring them goals this season, looks like he's experiencing a goal drought. So, talking about Sancho is unlikely to feature, we know that very well. But Anton Martial and Diego Dalot being into the match squad, I just want to confirm it. If at all it's true, then it's going to be another huge boost to Manchester United and another thorn into the skin of Arsenal fans all over the world. And go into the comment section, into the live chat. Tell me what you think about this game of football, United versus Arsenal, as we are on the Rokani Media Football to bring you what we call the match build-up. But we are having lots of things to discuss. I've told you Trossard is into the match squad today. It has been confirmed. And obviously very, 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 very many other players have really arrived with Arsenal. And when you look at the news we are getting live from Emirates, Mikel Arteta has something he said here. I want to show it to you. It's not Mikel Arteta. Cesc Fabregas, you know him. Captaining, I think he's the youngest ever captain for Arsenal. You get? He's the youngest ever captain. He's the youngest ever player to captain Arsenal, according to me. Today, on Sky Sports, he has said the following, and he has given Mikel Arteta his flowers. He has told us that, I think Mikel has brought back this winning mentality that was lost for years. If they can get a win today, I think it will be massive for their confidence to get back to winning ways to the Premier League after 19 years. Obviously, I told you that Arsenal last won a Premier League trophy in 2023, in 2003, 2004, meaning that in May this year, it will be 2 decades ever since Arsenal last won a Premier League. Now, the league is in their hands, and this is what Cesc Fabregas is coming out to talk about, that he thinks it will be massive for Arsenal's confidence to get back to winning ways to the Premier League after 19 years. So, even when they won that league, Cesc Fabregas was not in the first team of Arsenal, but he was just in the academy because they got him from Barcelona at the age of 15. But I think in the next season of 2004, 2005, that's when he debuted in the year of 2005. 2006, he played very well, and I believe he led Arsenal to the Champions League final, where they were beaten by Barcelona. He was there playing for that Arsenal side, and I believe he's one of the best midfielders I've ever seen in the game of football, because he could do everything. He could play as a center-attack midfielder. He could play as a double pivot. He could really dictate a game and help Arsenal to win very many games. And I remember in 2006, that pass he made to Adebayo, and Adebayo really headed that ball to the back of the net to beat United by 1-0. Those are the days when United was also still struggling, and I believe Arsenal was at the Emirates, and they've gone ahead to beat us again. So it shows you how big and important this man is. And he has gone ahead and really hinted about Mikel Arteta's bringing back the winning mentality. Obviously, Arsenal last had a run like this, I don't even know, because even when they did the invisible and they were unbeaten that season, by the time they had played 18 games, they had not raised 47 points. They had only 43 points, meaning that Mikel Arteta has gone to raise four more points, more than that side of the invisible way back in 2003, 2004, when they had just played 18 games. It shows you that Arsenal is taking the stretch to a limitless area. Trust me, they are playing very well, and today we don't know who is plateauing who. I don't know, but I believe it's not going to be a draw according to me. I see a win of either teams. But Arsenal is having an 80% chance of winning this game of football, and you've heard me say this game in, game out. So that is what Cesc Fabregas has gone ahead to say about this game of football as we wait for the team news. But obviously, to me, I believe Arsenal is not going to change anything unless otherwise a player gets injured, but the rest of the players are really going to be as we expect them to be. Ramsdale in goal, that's what I believe. Ben White right back, Zinchenko left back, then Gabriel Magalhaes, Saliba, central defense partnership, Partey, Odegaard, and Xhaka, double midfield three. Then after that, they'll go in for a side called Saka, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. They lead the line. But the good thing is that they're having another bullet added to their gun. That is Trossard. Trossard is a player that has been put into the squad of Arsenal. And if at all you've not seen him arrive, we have photos coming in from Bein Sports indicating the arrival of Trossard and confirming his participation into this game of football. And it shows you why Arsenal really needed to register him quickly. That is Leandro Trossard in the Arsenal squad arriving at the Emirates later or before we came live onto this channel. That is Trossard for you. New signing for Arsenal. Mikel Arteta has included his new signing from Brighton into this game of football. So your thoughts are welcome in the comment section below. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. There is something else that Roy Keane has really gone ahead to talk about. That if United doesn't beat Arsenal, they will be out of the title challenge. Let me see. I'm trying to find it here. I'm trying to find it. Where is that? Had such a different season. So I'm looking for it. I'm looking for something Roy Keane said. Roy Keane, where are you? Where are you guys? Smash the like button, guys. We are having 50 people watching in and only 6 have smashed the like button. Continue to smash the like button, guys. All right. This is it. I finally landed on it. I have it. Now, Roy Keane has gone ahead and said on Sky Sports that anything less than a win against Arsenal, and you can certainly forget about United for the title. Obviously, he has lots of things that are right in the statement as made, but we are halfway the season. We still have a sprint of close to how many games? Of close to, let me see. Arsenal is going to be left with 19. United is going to be left with 20 games to play. That means if Arsenal wins their game in hand, and we cannot really guarantee it, because let's count, if Arsenal beats United, there will be 11 points ahead of Man United. So those are how many games? Those are 3 games and 2 points, all 2 draws. So do you expect Arsenal to lose any other game as the season goes on? You never know. But I believe if Arsenal is to drop very many points, they'll drop like 6 more only. Only 6 more only. And those 6 might come against City. According to me, 6 more only, they'll lose that. But I believe they are ready to stretch until they hit 100 points. Right now, they've played 18 games. They're having 47 points. That's Arsenal for you. 47 points. On those 47 points, Arsenal are left with 20 games to play. Those are how many? Those are 20 times 3. Those are 60 points. Meaning that if Arsenal win all their remaining games, which is hard, but it's possible, they'll be at 107 points. So, I reckon that Arsenal is going to go all out and drop 7 points and get 60 and get 50. Arsenal, out of the 60 points left, they are going to win 53 points more. I believe they can clinch 100 points this season. I predicted them getting 90, but with how things are really going in through, they are going to get 100 according to me. They just have 7 points to lose. And when you look at those 7, you might count the the loss away at Etihad, because I believe Arsenal will beat Man City at Emirates, but Arsenal will really fall in the sword of City at Etihad, though a shocker might come in through, but Arsenal will beat City at Emirates. That's it, because that will be like a cup final. Now, today, guys, have a match I support Manchester United, but I'm not fancying ourselves to win. Arsenal favourites, and they are home. They are going to create lots of chances. For United to survive today, our back five needs to be on high alert. That's it. Of which I expect a slip up at a certain point. That's it. But if at all we win to that Arsenal, I'm going to be surprised. That's it. I've already come out and told you that if at all we win against Arsenal today, I'm going to be surprised. Totally surprised. That's it. I'm going to be totally surprised if at all we go ahead and we win against Arsenal. You get even a draw. I'm going to be surprised about a draw because, guys, this is the best team in the league that we are playing against. We are playing against Arsenal, the best team in the Premier League. So, I don't want to downplay Arsenal, and I'm not. Some people might say, Rokan is psyching. He just wants to come back here and laugh at us after Man United is going ahead to beat us. Guys, Arsenal is the best team in the league. Who doubts it? Who doubts it? If I told you doubt it, look at the Premier League table. Who is leading this league? And they are not leading it by mistake, that they've made lots of draws and very many losses and their opponents are really slipping down. Arsenal are here by merit. Arsenal are here by merit. Why is Arsenal here by merit? Simple. First and foremost, Arsenal have lost only one game out of the 18 games they've played. Arsenal have drawn 2 games out of the 18 games they've played. Arsenal have won 15 games. 45 points plus 2 draws, 47. So they are not here by mistake. You get? This takes me back to 2016 when Leicester won it. Everyone never accepted that Leicester was going to take it. Do you know why? For them, they never even had the back history of Arsenal. Because for Arsenal, they're a big club. Though they've been sleeping giants. This time round, they've woken up at the very right time to win the trophy. But a team called Leicester, no one gave them a chance. No one gave Leicester a chance. No one gave Leicester a chance. You get? At the end of it all, they won the trophy. Now, I believe there are people that are giving us a chance, including me, to win the trophy because they look like they are not going to stop winning. That's it. One will say, but Newcastle came here and drew. Yeah, but Arsenal by the time never had Trossard. Arsenal never had Emily Smith-Rowe off the bench. But this time round, they're having 2 players that can come off the bench and change the game of football. Trossard and Emily Smith-Rowe. They can come in and change this game of football in any way Mikel Arteta wants it. And if at all they are to win, we know how Arsenal does it. They come first at you. Every huge team they've played at the Emirates, but before the 14th minute clocked, Arsenal was already ahead. They first played Spurs. 13th, 14th minute, Thomas Partey scored that goal. Against Liverpool, in just 4 minutes, Martinelli had just buried that ball in the back of the net. They are fast and direct. So, Arsenal has won very many games coming into this game of football, and at Emirates, they are unbeaten. One thing that Arsenal fans might worry about is, we are just 1 minute into the confirmed team news. One thing that Arsenal fans must worry about is that it's only in one game that they've not conceded. Arsenal has not conceded against Nottingham Forest, but the rest of the games, Arsenal have been conceding goals. So that is the only thing that should worry the Arsenal fans over the world. That against Tottenham Hotspur, they conceded 1. You know that very well. They conceded 1 goal. Against Liverpool, they conceded 2. So, can they really stop United from scoring the goals? That's the most important thing that every person is here to really look at onto what we call this channel, which goes by the names of Rokani Media Football. So smash the like button and guys subscribe. We are waiting for the team news because right now it's supposed to be out. It's supposed to be out because the game is happening in 1 hour's time from now, meaning that the team news is supposed to be out. And I'm refreshing my laptop. Obviously, the team news is out. Team news is out. Obviously, Saliba is the poster boy onto this, and I'm going to flash it onto your screen immediately because even United must have put out their starting 11, and I want to come out and really portray or break the news of who is starting for which team today. But smash the like button, guys. Continue to vote into the live chat. Who do you think is winning the game of football? Is it Arsenal, Manchester United? All a draw is coming in through, and obviously the United team is also out. Oh guys, get ready for the news. Get ready for the news. But for Arsenal, you can predict it. I think the only team that everyone is waiting for is that of Manchester United, because we want to know, everyone wanted to know, who is Erik ten Hag going to start into this 11. And obviously, I'm running it onto your screen anytime from now. Lego. All right. I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it here. And thank God you have it. So, guys, for Arsenal, Ramsdale starts in goal. Ramsdale is in goal, as you see. So for Arsenal, it's Ramsdale, Ben White, Gabriel Magalhaes, Zinchenko, Thomas Partey, Xhaka, Odegaard, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. That is the starting 11 of a team known as Arsenal, named by Mikel Arteta to tussle it out with Manchester United at their fortress known as Emirates Stadium. Substitutes include Matt Turner, Kian Tierney, Tomiyasu, Rob Holding, Sambi Albert Lokonga, Fabio Vieira, Emily Smith-Rowe, Marquinhos, and Trossard making the bench for Arsenal, meaning that at least Arsenal has some two players from the bench that can come out and really fight back if at all the game has not gone their way. Then let's go to the starting 11 of Manchester United. Obviously, let's see who has the manager brought. David De Gea in goal, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Eriksen, Rafael Varane, Anthony Santos, then Luke Shaw, Weghorst, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and Scott McTominay. That is the starting 11 of a team of Manchester United. By the way, as we came into this game, I never gave Anthony a chance to start. You get? So that means the manager has really gone in for Eriksen and Scott McTominay in the double pivot, with Bruno Fernandes as a number 10 and Anthony playing wide right, Rashford playing wide left. So, substitutes: Tom Heaton, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Malacia, Freddy, Kobe Mainoo, Pelestri, Elanga, and Alejandro Garnacho. That is the starting 11 that Erik ten Hag has really gone ahead to go on and really front into this game of football as United takes on a side known as Arsenal. And guys, this is where I've gotten to know that Ten Hag was serious, because in an interview he did with Football Daily, he said that he's ready to go head-to-head with Arsenal. That's what he said. But this worries me, because if you go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, can we match them? Because they're at home. Are we going to be safe? That's the only annoying bit of it, and I'm really worried about this, because Erik ten Hag, very much I trust him as a manager, this time around he might have gotten this wrong. Let's see the results, and I'll be marked wrong at the end of the game if Ten Hag really gets everything right in his favor. So this is how Arsenal is going to look like. The system is 4-3-3. Ramsdale in goal, as you see. Ben White right back, William Saliba on the right side of the central defense, Gabriel Magalhaes on the left side of the central defense, Zinchenko playing onto the left back, Odegaard, Thomas Partey, Xhaka, midfield 3. Then Saka, right forward, Nketiah, center forward, Martinelli, left forward. That's how everything is going to line up for Arsenal. For Manchester United, this is how the starting 11 is looking like. David De Gea in goal. The system is 4-2-3-1. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, right back. Rafael Varane on the right side of the central defense. Lisandro Martinez playing on the left side of the central defense. So all those that told us Lisandro Martinez should be played as a central defensive midfielder, watch out. The manager said he has to play on the left side of the central defense. Luke Shaw coming in through to play into this game of football as a very good player on the left back. Double pivot, Scott McTominay coming in for Casemiro. Eriksen playing into the double pivot with Scott McTominay. Then Bruno Fernandes into his calm all central attacking midfield position. Anthony playing as a right attacking midfielder. Marcus Rashford left attacking midfielder. And Wout Weghorst playing his second game of Manchester United, and he has started all those games and he's leading the line for a side called Manchester United, and that is Wout Weghorst, United's new number 9. Martial is out, Dalot out, Sancho, no thoughts of him coming in through into this game of football. So guys, you've seen everything. I've brought you the lineups. What are your thoughts about this game of football? Arsenal taking on Manchester United. Your thoughts are really welcome in the comment section below. You've seen the lineups onto your screen. What are your predictions, guys? Tell me your predictions, because I believe Ten Hag surprised me. I thought that he was going to go a little bit defensive, but he has gone ahead with Eriksen and Scott McTominay in the midfield. I thought Freddie would have started, but that sends a message to me that Ten Hag needs some forces to reckon with from the bench, especially in the midfield. If Arsenal wins that midfield battle, that means Fred is available to come up and really reinforce it. Secondly, he can pull out Eriksen or Anthony and get Bruno to the right, and then gets Eriksen as a cam. So it shows you that he's trying to figure out things to find his team really winning. So I believe that you guys have voted. We are having 47 votes. Let me end the poll now. Let me end the poll now and see the results. So 83% are saying, 85% are predicting an Arsenal win. Obviously, Arsenal are the favorites. And if I told you outside there and don't think Arsenal are the favorites, where have you been sleeping? Have you been sleeping under a rock? That's it. Or you've not been living on planet Earth. We are talking about Arsenal, the most informed team in the Premier League. So, Manchester United, 14%. I agree. Draw, 1%. So, those are the votes that really came in through, and thank you guys for watching in through. It has been nice having you onto this channel, and allow me go to the other channel as United Matters channel. But see you here when the game is done. But if at all you want to watch more about this, come to United Matters channel. We are going to continue with the conversation as far as this game of football is concerned. But obviously, 80% Arsenal win, 20% United win, meaning that Arsenal are the favorites to win this game of football. And I'm going to be surprised if at all you get a result at the Emirates. I sign out for now. See you later. Rock and David is my name. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe to